Hey everybody, what's going on? You're watching Fearless Farming, and today I am back with an actual Minecraft tutorial today. I did a design. This is basically a spawn chunk loader for Minecraft 1.10. It works amazing, and the best part of it is uh, pretty much you'll never ever need to worry about food ever again. It provides food and it'll keep all of your spawn chunks loaded for your iron golem farms and all that good stuff. It does work on basically like multiplayer 24/7 servers. If it's a single player world, it'll only keep it loaded if you are in like the end or the nether, but once you log off, then it will no longer be working. But if it's on a multiplayer server, then you'll be doing fine. And as you can see, my frames are that's why I'm not moving too much, is my frames are suffering because of just how much of a beast this thing is. It can use up a lot of CPU. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how it works and what it does, and then I'll get on to the tutorial of how to build it. So first off, let's just go on and take a look. You can see we have a stack and some odd chicken right here. It hasn't been running that long, and you can obviously speed it up to whatever speed you want. It can go infinitely fast. And so pretty much those are the chests that will fill up with food. And now let's go on ahead and take a look at the back right here. This is not complicated at all. Anybody can build this. It's really easy. You just have like a simple hopper clock system, a bunch of chickens in there, and pretty much what happens is this dispenser, it shoots an item through this nether portal, and it shoots it through like every 5 seconds or so. And whenever that it does that, it resets the timer that unloads spawn chunks. And now, if it keeps on resetting that timer, then the spawn chunks are never gonna unload. They'll stay loaded 24/7 on your server, which really helps for your iron golem farms. We use it on our single player, and so. Yeah, it utilizes like there are 400 chickens in here that lay eggs that are supplying this. They go into there and get shot through, and then all the excess eggs are shot into there. And I basically didn't design either this or this. I just learned how to connect them and make them work together efficiently. Because the other way that you can provide items to shoot through this is either gathering them, which won't work forever, because I mean you have to constantly keep logging back on providing items. Or the other option is to make an iron golem farm that can produce one item every 5 seconds, which a lot of people don't want to create an iron farm like that. They do have them, but they just are, there's so much work to do, and some people are like, oh, just 8 iron farms is what I want. Well, this won't require or steal any of your iron roses, any of that. It'll just use chicken. So now I'm just going to go on ahead, stop talking, and what I'm going to go ahead and do actually is kill all these good chickens right here. Because I want to have my frames back for when I give you guys the tutorial. So yeah, I'll be right back in a second. Alright guys, and I'm back. And so basically the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the portal section with the hopper timer system. I want to make this pretty quick and easy for you guys. It really isn't difficult. You just need some redstone. And so pretty much you're going to go on ahead and go into your portal and place your dropper facing into the portal, and you can go on ahead and light that too. It really doesn't matter. And you're gonna place a block right there, and then we're gonna go on ahead and make just like a little platform right here. It doesn't have to be this exact size because I'm actually gonna change it a little bit. And just one back from this, you're gonna place a redstone block with a sticky piston facing in right there, and another sticky piston facing in right there. And then you can just go on ahead and place redstone behind each piston. It's a typical hopper timer clock, not very difficult to make. And so then you want to do a comparator facing into each of these blocks. And then you can go on ahead and have these hoppers facing into each other. They need to be facing into each other so they can trade items back. And then typically there is going to be a repeater right here, but we're going to save that till the end. I'll let you know when to put it there, just so that you can get this thing up and running a little bit faster. So next thing you want to do is take 5 items of your choice. So here, let me just go on ahead and grab that. And you can just take 5 items of your choice. Doesn't matter what, I'm just using stone. Put it in those hoppers. So then you'll see it keeps on going back and forth. If it goes back and forth, then you know you did it right. Alright, so that pretty much sums up the portal and the timer system. I'll be right back with the next part. All right, and now I'm back here to create the hopper chains that you're going to be needing for this build and some additional stuff too. So you can go on ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, just like so. We're basically doing this part right here. And then off of this, you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And so now basically what you're going to want to do is I'm just going to take out another block right here. You want to put a block like that and go like that. Therefore, what we're doing is we're creating a gravity suction system where the chickens are going to be sitting up here, and you want the eggs to first go to this, and once this fills up, then the hopper will shoot them this direction. So then what you're going to go on ahead and do is have hoppers facing down like so. 1, 2, 3 down like that, just like here. And then as you can see, there's a dispenser right here. So you can just go on ahead and go beneath this and place your dispenser. That in front of this dispenser, you're going to need a half slab. All right. And so there is our half slab. I'm actually going to stop this thing from working right now just because I'm tired of listening to it. And so now you can go on ahead and make a nice little enclosure for this, because this is where all the baby chickens are going to be hanging out. And it honestly is a personal preference, but I made a little glass window so you can see the chickens in there. You can go on ahead and do that if you want. You just have to build the glass 2 out just so it comes flush with the wall design and go like that. All right, so the next step here is actually water. The reason I chose water and not lava is I know lava can automatically cook it, but it sometimes it burns the items and then you won't get near the production. So I just figure it's not that big of a deal to get some coal and cook it on your own. So there the water is in like so. And you can go on ahead and cover all of this up if you'd like. Next thing is the part that holds the chickens up here. So pretty much you're just gonna make a little enclosure. I like making everything nice, square and flush. You just want to make sure that the chickens aren't going to be able to escape when you are creating this design. So that hopper that I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to go on ahead and break it open to show you. This hopper right here, it's facing over. You're going to want the chickens to be on top of that from this chain. So there we go. And just for the sake of the tutorial, you're going to want to put 400 chickens in here. Now, I would recommend doing this before you hook up the rest of it so that you can actually tell the exact entity count. Otherwise, it's going to start counting the chickens that are in here also. All right, so moving on. So we've already hooked up all the system that is going to do all of that good stuff. I know, very specific, right? But next thing that you're going to do is bring a hopper chain out, and you can put this, truly you can put this wherever you want. If you want to do it exactly like my design here, you just need the hoppers to come out down and to the right from the glass. So pretty much we can have it come out right about here. So if you want to, you can put the hoppers facing out from underneath that slab, because items can be sucked through slabs. And just go on ahead and put it like that. So I'll just review that for you. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's just another additional one right here. So now that all these hoppers are facing in here, you can go on ahead, and I just like putting a line of blocks up right here just so that the chests stack really nice. So then we can just go on ahead and place chests in. And also, I'm actually sinking the design in right here, but if you want it flush with or coming out of the wall like you have it, all you have to do is just put the additional hopper right here and then go on ahead and repeat the same process. All right, so now that we have our chests here, I'm going to go on ahead and just finish up the redstone because I really want to leave this more open concept to you guys because I don't want you guys to be restricted to the same design. I'm just going to give you the bare bones skeleton of it because pretty much from there you'll be able to figure out the rest. So pretty much the only things left to do is you want to build out a little platform right here underneath the dispenser like so. And then you want to get a repeater, comparator, and some redstone. And you're going to face the comparator out and make sure it's on subtraction mode like that. And then you're going to face the repeater out and then have another repeater next to it. And pretty much you're going to have this redstone where it's facing into it like that. And then 3 redstone like this. So you can see it's already got a clock going because there are items in here. If it's blinking like that, that means you're good. I just took all the items out because I don't want it doing that forever and ever. And then pretty much what you go on ahead and do is place a block right there. And then you simply put a repeater facing in like that. So now when you put it in here, you will see that's where the eggs are actually supposed to go, but you'll see that shooting the chicken into here, and that's obviously getting sucked through and thrown into the chest right here. So if all of that worked out perfectly for you, this is pretty much the bare bones design. There's only a few other things left to do. First off, you want to go on ahead and take those comparators, put them back if you took them out because you don't want it running. And once you have your 400 chickens in and they're starting to lay eggs, you'll see that this starts blinking. Once you start seeing this thing blinking and shooting stuff into there, then you can come on right over here and place a repeater. That will cause this thing to blink every 5 seconds, and the design will work perfectly. Pretty much another side note here, I just want to make a disclaimer. I didn't come up with this design specifically or this design. Both of these were come up by other people. I'll leave some links in the description for some of these designs. And in addition, I just came up with like combining the ideas, and I did create another design like this on another channel, but I used chickens, but I didn't create like the chicken food production area where it would efficiently produce it because I honestly wanted to make it a little bit simpler in the other one, but this one works so much better because now you actually get infinite food out of this. This thing will keep all of your spawn chunks loaded 24/7, and I just want to come up with some upsides and some downsides to it. So upsides, your spawn chunks are loaded 24/7. They all your farms are going to be running and working beautifully, and on top of it, you will never have to worry about food again. I told you you can put 400 chickens in there. You can put 1,000 chickens in there and it'll only run faster. The same production will be shot through here. And so, yeah, that's one of the amazing benefits of this. Let's talk about downsides now. Number one, this thing can create some lag around spawn. It's like a aura of lag. Sometimes people are okay with that. Sometimes they don't want that. It's really your call whether you use it or not. And another thing is when you go through this portal after a lot of items are shot through it, your inventory is going to get bombarded with all of those unloaded entities that are being reloaded when you go into the nether. So you might want to just go through on the other side and place some lava or something so that the items that shoot through will land in lava and not completely hit you with a ton of lag. Oh yes, and also in addition, if you just want to make this all flush like I did, like a lot of people are like, oh, I like the look of your build or whatever, what I went on ahead actually is I squeezed this design in a little bit more. Like you can see how the portal's a little bit further away than the chicken farm there, but it's a little bit closer here. But it all depends on how much space you want to use, and these hopper chains don't have to be this exact length. For example, if you want to make this a lot longer, you just have to make sure you use the same design and concept, but you can stretch this out just as long as everything remains in your spawn chunks. And you're like, well, Jaker, how do I know that I'm in my spawn chunks? Well, you can go on ahead and do /kill like so, and you're going to see that I am going to land in my spawn chunks right here, and it'll stretch out like 8 or so chunks in every direction. I don't know the exact value. You can see that this is pretty close. So as long as you're pretty close to where you died last time, you'll be in the spawn chunks. You'll be good. I'll also leave a link in the description on how to determine the center of your spawn chunks. Another guy, his name is Drank is Dank. He has an excellent video on that. And so, yeah, really easy farm design, really easy to make. The only difficulty sometimes is breeding the chickens, but this thing will keep everything loaded when you're offline on your server, and you'll never have to worry about food. And yeah, I mean, this design works out great. Never have to worry about any of your food production. Never have to worry about your iron farms not running. Everything's going to be running constantly. Hey everybody, me from the future here. I just want to prove that this does work because I want to make sure, I always double check my design to make sure that when I actually produce the tutorial it works properly for you guys. So just some proof right here. You can see that all the timer systems are working. I did go back and put the 400 chickens in here, as you can see. And you can see the chickens are all cooped up in there. And as you can see, an egg is shot through. And if you take a look here, you should see that these hoppers are filling up, and they technically should be filling up a little bit faster than they are decreasing. So you can see it's going up right now, and one egg decreased, but it keeps on increasing. So it's showing everything's working properly. Eventually, this entire pipeline right here is going to fill up, and then it'll start dumping all the auxiliary eggs right into this dispenser, getting some more chicken production for us. So yeah, just some proof right there. And in addition, you're probably also wondering, well, how do I know this is actually keeping my spawn chunks loaded? Well, I'm just going to go on ahead right here and disconnect. You won't be able to see this, obviously, because I have some information on there that I don't want to show. And so pretty much now that I've just logged out, I'm going to check at my server control panel. I'm not going to show it because I do have some personal information on there that I don't really want to show. But I'm just going to look at my CPU usage right now, my live CPU usage. I am logged off. I am not on the server at all. There are no players online. And it's showing my CPU usage is fluctuating between like the 30s and 40s, 30 to 40%. That is proving that, yes, it is keeping my spawn chunks constantly loaded. If it weren't, the CPU usage would drop all the way down to 0 and the server would be in idle. So yeah, I just figured I'd throw that in, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy the tutorial, and as always, have a great day.